These are the 7 proven marketing and sales models we use to scale service businesses. The first model is cold approved offer. For many entrepreneurs, the early days are marked by a reliance on word-of-mouth referrals and connections within their local network, leveraging the trust and relationships they've built over time. But it's rarely consistent. Referrals and word-of-mouth leads bring in initial clients who trust the business based off of positive experiences of others. Every business, regardless of size or industry, eventually faces the reality that local markets and relationship marketing have their limitations. While word-of-mouth referrals and local networks are valuable, they can only take a business so far. Here's some stats. 20% of businesses fail within the first year. 50% fail after the 5th year. 82% of businesses that fail do so because of cash flow problems. And only 9% of businesses make over $1 million per year. If you want to be successful, you have to grow. If you want to grow, you will need to level up. And as with anything, once you move up to the big leagues, everything is more competitive. There are thousands of other companies saying the same thing. So how do you market to people who don't know who you are? You need to craft an offer, not just any offer, a cold approved offer. There are 4 variables of every offer: the dream outcome, likelihood of achievement, time delay, effort, and sacrifice. You want to increase the dream outcome, you want to increase the likelihood of achievement, and you want to decrease the time delay and decrease the effort and sacrifice. Every offer falls into 2 main categories: a value-driven offer and a price-driven offer. The value-driven offer is far superior. To create a value-driven offer in a value-driven business, we must do 4 things. Number 1, competitor and customer research. Number 2, communicate effectively. Number 3, determine a niche. Number 4, create a killer offer. Model number 2, lead generation strategies. Now that you have an offer that's ready for cold traffic, your next step is to choose your lead generation strategy. There's only 6 ways that you can get new clients. Number 1, referrals. Number 2, your own list. Number 3, partnerships. Number 4, content. Number 5, cold outbound. Number 6, paid ads. Paid ads, if done correctly, yields the most ROI and is the easiest to scale. Paid ads are the fastest way to get the most eyeballs on what you sell. There are 2 main ads that you can run: a direct ad or an indirect ad. A direct ad is straightforward and your goal is to get them to book a sales appointment. There is a small percentage of people in the market that are ready right now. An indirect ad is a lead magnet or a training. This is a bigger percentage of people, but they are a little higher in the sales funnel. We recommend starting out with direct ads. People who respond to more direct ads are further down the sales funnel and further along the buyer's journey and close at a higher rate. Once you figure out if you want to run a direct or indirect ad, then you need to decide what type of ad you'll run. There are 5 types of ads that you can use that we found to be the most successful. Number 1 is authoritative spokesperson ad. Number 2, a demo ad. Number 3, social proof or a case study ad. Number 4, objection smasher ads. Or number 5, educational ads. Once you have your ad strategy and the type of ad you want to use, you need to figure out which platform to run those on. There are many different platforms to choose. We recommend beginning with the platform that has the largest user base and the most proven track record. Currently, this leads you to Facebook and Instagram, but platforms are always changing. Starting with a platform that has the most proven track record offers a cost-effective environment for refining your messaging and honing in your ads. No matter what stage you're in, you'll always want better quality. The more friction or the more steps that you add into your process, the better quality leads you will see. However, there will be less volume and they will be more expensive. Model number 3, media buying and filling the funnel. There are 2 foundational things that you will need to be successful with filling your funnel. Number 1, the proper structures in place to profitably run your campaigns. Number 2, someone dedicated to overseeing the optimization of your ads. To run profitable campaigns, you need to set proper attribution systems so that you can tell which campaigns are making you money and which campaigns are losing you money. For attributing conversions to an online ad campaign, marketers can place an event code within a pixel. UTM parameters along with a proper pixel setup will help you get started dialing in your pixel for attribution. However, someone will need to manage your campaigns effectively. In the marketing space, this is an entire profession called media buying. This is a very complex and time-consuming task. If you're running low-budget campaigns or just starting out, you can get away with doing this yourself. However, as you start to scale and you're looking to dial in your campaigns, we recommend hiring an expert. This person is dedicated to analyzing your performance and making the proper adjustments. We recommend looking and analyzing your performance over a 3-day window, 7-day window, 14-day window, and 30-day window. The media buyer can also document the creative and the copy that are performing well. Document any of the hooks and the angles that are outperforming other creatives and other copy. They can document audiences that tend to have a higher quality on sales calls and conversions. They can also diagnose low click-through rates, poor creative quality, and landing page experiences, just to name a few. When you're structuring your campaigns, there are 3 primary campaigns: a scaling campaign, a testing campaign, and a retargeting campaign. The scaling campaign is where you will have 60 to 70% of your budget. The testing campaign should be 10 to 20% of your overall ad budget, and the retargeting campaign should account for 10 to 20% of your budget. We've analyzed over 1,200 of our clients' marketing campaigns and have narrowed down the attribution of the campaign success to 5 main factors. We call these the 5 main factors of media buying success. Number 1, and most important, is your offer. Number 2 is your creative and copy. Number 3 is your funnel structure. Number 4 is your targeting parameters. And number 5 is your historic pixel data. Model number 4, self-booked appointments. There are 3 main ways that your leads will book an appointment. Number 1, they self-book through an online funnel. Number 2, they get an automated follow-up message after they give their contact information through a form. Number 3, someone manually calls them or texts them to schedule an appointment. Once dialed in, out of all of the appointments that schedule, the majority of your appointments, about 60%, will come from a lead self-booking themselves through an online funnel. The other 40% will come from manual and automated follow-up. There are multiple ways that you can set up your conversion funnel. When you're running ads for high-ticket businesses, there are always 2 steps that are constant. Number 1, at the beginning of every journey, there will always be an ad on a platform that the prospect must engage with. And number 2, at the end, the result is to book a sales call. Every online funnel dedicated to getting a sales call booked has 5 main elements. Number 1, an opt-in page. Number 2, a sales page. Number 3, qualification page. Number 4, a booking page. And number 5, a thank you page. There are 2 main overall benchmarks. Number 1 is your lead to appointment rate. This is the amount of leads that turn into appointments. It should be 35% or higher. Number 2 is your self-booking rate. This is the amount of people that self-book through an online funnel without an automated or manual follow-up. This should be 60% or higher. Breaking down your funnel benchmarks, your opt-in rate, which is your opt-in page to your VSL, should be 15% or higher. Your VSL conversion rate, which is your VSL page to your application page, should be 45% or higher. Your application rate, which is from your application page to the calendar page, should be 60% or higher. Your calendar conversion rate, which is your calendar page to your thank you page, should be 85% or higher. Model number 5, lead nurturing and follow-up. Once you have your funnel dialed in, only about 60% of all of your appointments that book will be self-booked appointments. The other 40% of your appointments should come from lead nurturing and follow-up. This can be the difference between losing money on ads and achieving a 3x plus return on investment. The primary goal of your follow-up cadence is to achieve engagement. We define engagement as a response from someone to your outreach methods. If the person doesn't answer your texts, respond to your email, pick up the phone, then there will be no way for you to further qualify them and to book them in your calendar. This is where most follow-up cadences fail. The timing of your follow-up with a prospect who has expressed interest in your offer is a critical factor in successfully initiating engagement. We've developed hundreds of variations of follow-up cadences and have implemented these variations in multiple industries. What we found most intriguing is that human tendencies are just that, inherently human. Contrary to what you might assume, our data shows that varying follow-up cadences do not necessarily yield different levels of success across multiple industries. Generally, people respond according to predictable patterns. When you set up your cadence, you will want to have as many different touch points from as many channels as possible. We recommend communicating on all platforms, including email, SMS, phone call, voicemails, direct messages, etc. While the engagement cadences are relatively the same for most people, one notable difference lies in the platforms that they are most likely to be reached. One person may have their phone on Do Not Disturb, which doesn't allow any text messages or phone calls to come through. But they may have their email application pulled up while they are working all day and get notifications for every email. For this person, email would be the best platform to reach them at. Another person may not ever check their email, but instantly pick up their phone when they get an alert through a text message or a phone call. For this person, SMS or a phone call would be the platform most likely to reach them on. It never hurts to send too many messages if done the correct way. This is our recommended cadence. Follow-up will consistently be a headache if you do not have someone dedicated to nurturing and manually following up with your leads. To truly get the most out of all the leads that you've spent your hard-earned money on, you will want someone, a human, who specializes in the lead nurturing process. Paired with the right automations and a human whose number one focus is to follow up with leads, this will increase your booking rates, increase your show rates, and increase your close rates. Now that you have the correct follow-up cadence, the next thing you want to focus on is the verbiage that is used in the messages themselves. You want to first engage your prospects before you ask qualification questions and vet them. Most companies use verbiage that repels the prospect away from responding. Model 6, solving the show rate problem. There are two main reasons why people do not show. Number one, they totally forget. Number two, they choose to do something else. Within those two reasons, there are many factors that are often hard to define. But let's look at the few main factors that we found. Number one, your offer is weak or not competitive. Number two, the perceived value of the call is not effectively conveyed in your marketing and sales communications. Number three, you did not identify the benefit of why right now is the time that they should solve the problem. Number four, there is a lack of confidence that you can deliver on the result. Number five, they are no longer interested in your offer or have moved forward with a competitor. Here are a few tactical strategies that you can use to implement to see a lift in your show up rates. Number one, automated reminders, 48 hours a day before and 2 hours before. Number two, a confirmation system. Number three, only book out within a 3 to 4 day window. Number four, application questions qualifying the prospect. Number five, use a tie down method to confirm that they will show up to the appointment. Number seven, optimize your close rates. For someone to close, there must be a handful of factors that are checked off. We call this the buyer's checklist. They must have a problem, have the desire to solve their problem now. They trust that you can solve the problem. They believe that your solution is the best solution for their current situation to solve their problem, and they can afford your solution. Narrowed down even further, they must have a problem, they must have a desire, and they must have belief. There are many obstacles that can get in the way of a closed deal. We have narrowed them down to 7. Number one, the problem, the current challenge they are facing. No problem, no deal. Number two, the desire to solve the problem. Number three, belief. They must believe that their problem can be solved. Number four, potential impact, the impact of doing nothing to solve their problem. Number five, mechanism buy-in. They must believe that your mechanism to solve their problem is the best solution for them in their current situation. Number 6, money. They must have the ability to afford your solution. And number 7, partner and spouse. They must have support to make a decision. These 7 obstacles of a closed deal are also the main objections that you will face. In our experience, this is the call structure that we found to close at the highest rate possible. Number 1, pre-call ritual. Number 2, build rapport. Number 3, frame the call. Number 4, the discovery and tactical questioning. Number 6, the pitch. Number 7, delivery. Number 8, commitment. Number 9, onboarding. Number 10, the investment. Number 11, handling objections. The 7 common obstacles of a closed deal can be narrowed down to 4 common objections. Uncertainty, financial, logistical, partner, and spouse. Uncertainty, they do not believe that you can solve their problem. Financial, they cannot afford it. Logistical, they have to move money around. And partner and spouse, they need support to make a decision. Once you have these 7 marketing and sales models implemented and dialed in, you will have a predictable and profitable client getting machine. If you like this video and the 7 models, we want to give you access to an 83-page document that goes over every single model in more detail. All you have to do, down below in the description, there's going to be a link. Click that link, give us your email, and we'll send it right over. If you want to see more videos like this, click this button right here. That's going to take you to a playlist of all of our top videos. I'll see you on the next one.